Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cycling Dane YouTube channel. Today, we are going to be doing a kit review of the 2023 World Tour. And I have my two assistants, Ewan Wilson and also Patrick of I'll Do Cycling. Welcome, guys. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We're going to tear through. Well, I think you two are going to be tearing through most of the kits. Just, yeah, looking back in 2022, which kits were kind of your favorites?
It's got to be Bora Hansgrohe. I think we're definitely all thinking about it. It was asymmetric. It hit every marker, and I think it really pushed forward cycling design into 2023. And we're going to be seeing a lot of asymmetric kits this year, and it might be down to the successes of Bora in 2022.
To be honest with you, what's really annoying is that I was going to say Bora as well, but
Well,
now I feel like I'll say something different. I'll say that I really liked Ineos's from this year. Just to throw something different, I feel like Bora, you kind of just saw it. I was just caught off guard. I wasn't sure what to say. I agree, Bora.
Well, I'm not going to I agree. I liked Israel, even though we didn't see much of it.
um,
You're just liking that.
well, what can I say? It was nice. Like the motif they had was good. It's too
Yeah.
bad we rarely saw it at the front of the peloton. It's a shame.
Yeah, but
Mm.
anyways, how it's going to work today is that we're going to go through each of the new kits, and then we're basically going to give it a hot or not, and then give a justification out of 10. And then that's basically it. So without further ado, let's move on to our first one. Right, so here we have the Groupama FDJ kit and change up speakers as well. You and Patrick, what do you think of this kit? Very different from last year's colors.
I think it's really good, actually. I like the change because it seems a bit more in line with what their women's team kit looks like. And I think that makes the whole sort of, I don't know, Groupama franchise a bit more in line, if you see what I mean. And I think the dark color, it reminds me of Quick Step from a couple of years ago, which I was a big fan of. So for me, I think it's hot.
This reminds me of Paris Saint-Germain, the football team. It's got that rich blue with the white and the red through the center. They don't quite have a Lionel Messi or a Neymar character on their squad in 2023, but this is a really nice kit. Once again, asymmetric. You got the splashes of different shades of blue, and this darker blue motif harks back to their 2013-14 kit, where we saw the likes of Nessa Bouhanni winning in sprints at the Volta a España. It's a nice kit, and I think Groupama have done well to finally change their design after 4 years of what's felt like quite an ugly jersey.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Still keeping their national colors firmly in there.
Mm.
And yeah, like you said, Patrick, going back to this dark blue era, let's hope no one else follows that suit. But yeah, I'm going to go hot as well. Out of 10, what will you guys give this?
For me, I give it a 9.
Oof.
I know. I'm a big fan of it.
I'm going to give this an 8 purely because
Wow.
there's an awful lot of dark blue. Believe me, I'm wearing blue right now. I think half
Mm.
my wardrobe is blue, but it just seems like we're getting an awful lot of dark blue in the peloton in 2023.
Mm.
Well, I was only going to give it a 7, but yeah, it looks like FDJ has passed the test for you guys. Why am I the mean one? So, anyways, next kit we have Lotto Destiny, and guys, they've changed that a bit here. Not really that black color that they had before. They've introduced a whole new color into their color scheme. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's more change than just a jersey. They're going to be pro-continental in 2023. But this light blue sort of turquoise color, it had a soft launch. They wore the light blue helmet at the Tour de France and in the sort of second half of last season. I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. It just looks a bit sharp against the red. Maybe the red was deeper. I think it could have been a nicer contrast, or if it maybe was a more of a teal color. I know these corporations can't do anything about their specific color. I don't know what Destiny do, but it seems like this blue is their color. I think the orange in between gives it a slight sort of contrast. It's giving Armenian flag vibes with the blue, orange, and red. But I mean, I don't know. It's very jarring.
I tend to agree with a lot of what Ewan has to say. I think the orange does provide a little bit of a buffer, and perhaps if that band was bigger, I might like it a bit more. But the blue is quite sharp against the red. It doesn't quite sit right in my kind of my eye, and I was just like, what? It's kind of a bit weird. But like you say, they're pro Conti, so we won't see it like too much. But at least it's different. Like, at least I'm going to be able to see these light blue helmets and think, there's good because going to be Caleb Ewan at the end of that. So
That's
I
true.
think it's okay, to be honest, but it's not my favorite.
It's never a good sign that we're praising them for putting in a color to make it look less attractive. We're saying, wow, this orange is a good buffer just to make this jersey look more palatable. Yeah, the fact that they put these two differing colors next to each other, it is a real clash of colors. It's almost a crime against fashion. They should be making their way to The Hague very soon.
Yeah, it's kind of Frankenstein kit, but yeah, guys, hot or not,
No,
No.
so cold, icy cold, stuck in the
Yeah, not
Arctic.
not out of 10.
5,
Oh, Ewan.
right down the middle.
Two.
Yeah, 2 as well. Patrick, you're too nice.
It's revolting.
All right, I'll recalibrate.
Yeah, unfortunately, Andreas Korn has to ride with that. So staying with the Belgian theme, now confusingly called Soudal Quickstep. Yeah, we're going to have Remco Evenepoel, the world champion, not sporting this. What do you guys think of this kit?
Well, it's going to be the world champion and the European champion as well, Fabio Jakobsen. But I mean, Remco's kit, it's overboard with the amount of advertisements on it. I feel like I don't know. I'm getting very overstimulated. We're seeing 25 different brands on this kit. I don't quite know where to look. There's so many letters. It would probably bypass a university thesis word limit on this jersey. There's just a lot going on. The blue and white looks good, but I mean, we're seeing an awful lot of it this year. I think the kit last year was nicer, and I wasn't particularly favorable about that one at the time.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, we did not agree on that at all last year. So yeah, we warmed to that, and now we're here. Is a bit of a shame. But Patrick, what do you think about this?
I'm not a massive fan of it. I think that Quickstep, ever since like what was it, like 2017 or something like that, when there was just like a pure just like blue, and it was quite nice. I feel like it's altered to be more and more like white in there. I think there's too many shades of blue going on in the blue sections, but just a random bar of blue like Soudal red, just kind of, I'm like, where's that kind of fit into it? And I didn't even notice the sponsors. It is just like Androni or something from back in the day. It is, yeah, downhill, I think, from the previous years. So for me, I'm going to go with not. Right.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
like it.
I saw a picture of Alaphilippe on a practice ride wearing this jersey. I think it was one of the promo pictures they gave, and adding the 5 rainbow colors towards this sort of regurgitation of a rainbow. It's too much going on.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys. We're very agreeable on this time. There might be some
Just
kit
wait,
that we're not.
just wait.
So, what are you gonna give it out of 10? Well, I think we've all conclusively agreed it's a not, but yeah, out of 10, what are you gonna give it?
3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay, I'll be nice. 4.
I don't know what they've done to it, man. You'd want to be Jakobsen or Evenepoel because then
That's why
you'd
the
have to
favorite
wear
has
it.
done it.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's done it purely so people try to win their national jerseys.
It's all a conspiracy.
It really is. He's been slacking off Alaphilippe in the press this week as well. He's a new villain. He has to have someone he hates every
Really?
year.
But
And
staying on the Belgian theme, we have Intermarché Wanty Group of or Intermarché Circus Wanty, or however they want to be called. They've changed their colors quite a bit here and the patterns. What do you guys think of the supermarket sponsored team?
I think I preferred last year's. The more blocky colours, I think, was a bit more appealing. The kind of luminescent yellow next to the white doesn't provide a massive amount of contrast, and therefore it's just quite just light in colour. And it's like, the whole like faux pas in cycling of like white shorts. It's kind of like it's too bright in a way. And they've kind of just got these random splashes of color, like so it's semi tie dye. And I'm not sure if it's because they've been more successful this year. So like we need to go with something wild to like go with this. I think I preferred last year's, in all honesty.
this looks like a Petra dish. It looks like bread you would leave in your kitchen. You'd go on vacation for a week and you come back and it looks like this. It's
Fluorescent bread.
it's almost radioactive from Chernobyl. The bright yellow next to this blue, it's a harsh contrast, and then with the white as well. There's a lot going on, and like this sort of swirly tie dye pattern it looks kind of silly at points. There are parts where like the yellow sticks out into the blue a little bit too much, with no contrast between the super bright yellow and the blue. There's no sort of in between green. It just, I don't know. It looks a bit silly. But you never know. Like once we get to the Tour Down Under, this might look great on an overhead camera shot, and it will make our lives easy commentating live.
But I mean, looking at the Sabo, much do you think they paid for that? That's on the bottom of the torso. The riders are going to be bent over riding. How much would you pay for that?
I already saw Kuba Hosens did a photo shoot with the Vinny Zabu wine on his Twitter. So maybe that they're now putting more energy into the photo shoots than into the jersey itself.
Hot or not? Patrick, let's go with you first.
No, definitely
not.
No. It looks like someone thrown up on a white jersey.
I'd literally give it, like last year.
Last year's was good. I liked
last year's was good, but this year I'm literally thinking like I'm borderlining a 1. I'll give it a 2 though.
Oh, that's mean.
I was gonna say 3, maybe 3.5.
was going to say 4. Okay. Never mind. We'll probably see Benny Guimaraes win Tour de France stage in this.
Well, hopefully, because then if he gets the yellow jersey, then he
doesn't
could
have to
stop
wear the
wearing this
jersey
thing.
anymore.
Yeah.
Moving on to one of the super teams, Ineos Grenadiers. And yeah, we got Geraint Thomas, Tom Pidcock, and Egan Bernal sporting it there. Very different from last year. Very different to the whole Ineos era. We saw last year was kind of progression, felt like a regression on the previous kit. But yeah, what do you guys think of this very real change up here? They still have the sleeve or the shoulder supporting kind of the colors from last year.
It's a strange one because I do kind of like it, but there's been a lot being said, and I kind of agree. It does look like they've just started riding for Bahrain now, and it is there is a bit of overlap there. Like it was score highly on Turnitin, let's put it like that. And I do like it. I just think that it is a little bit Bahrainy, but I think that actually it's pretty good and very bold. And I kind of like how they've swapped the dark of like the navy for the red. I think that's a color which is quite lacking in the peloton, so it's going to provide a little bit of like more eye catching in like when you block all the colors together. I think it'd be really good.
Bold is a word that you could use to describe this kit. In the press release, they described it as the visibly fast kit. I don't know what science they've done to guarantee that orange is faster than navy, but it's eye catching. I'll give you that. But what does bother me, despite the fact that I've been praising asymmetry throughout this video, is that on the sleeve on the right, so above, you can see Egan Bernal there. So there is a lighter orange fade that almost goes to yellow halfway up that sleeve. There is not that fade on the other half, which I think looks silly. The other sleeve has a quicker progression into dark blue, into the sort of classic Ineos navy, whilst the other one does not. Why? It just doesn't look right, especially when there's text overlaid, when the name is Ineos Grenadiers, but the Ineos bit has a different design. It bothers me.
And it's at Ewan Wilson 48 if you want color consultants. Yeah, well, Ineos Grenadiers if you want it. But yeah, hot or not, that's the next question.
I feel like this might be where we differ because I'm going to go hot.
I'm criminally on the fence about this one.
Yeah, I know. We should have like a middle option, but that's not how the game works. It's hot or not.
Well, it's not blue. I'll give them that. So hot. And it's orange. It's hot. It's on fire.
It has to be.
Yeah, it's literally on fire. Yeah, I'm going to say hot, but scraping it. So yeah, out of 10, what do you guys think?
7.
Oh,
5.
5.
Middle of the road.
Moving on to the next kit. Not David Gaudu. He's not at Bahrain, but Bahrain victorious on the other kit. It doesn't really look like they've changed too much from last year's.
They have. Okay, so like this sort of light yellowy orange design that's gone through it, that is slightly different.
I mean colors, but sure.
Those lines, yeah, it looks roughly the same. It's still asymmetric. It's still got that geometric vibe through it. It's nice.
It does look like a combination of Lotto Destiny and Ineos have just like come together with the blue on the end of the sleeves. It's just like an amalgamation of the two. But I think that, considering that, I think it makes sense that I said that Ineos was all right, that I think that this is also on a similar vein. I think that, it's good. And I think that Bahrain's kit's been probably about par in the peloton the last few years. And I think this is, I don't know, maybe a bit better in my opinion. So yeah, I rate it like better than a few of the kits that we've seen so far.
Hot or not?
I'll go with hot.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Hot.
It's orange.
I'm gonna give it at 7.
6.
6.5 for the sake of difference.
So anyways, next sporting the Israel Premier Tech kit is most of Marco Nizzolo. And yeah, guys, I really liked that kit last year. I must say I don't like this. This looks horrible.
It looks like somebody has just gone a bit wild with a couple of tie-dyes, and there's the dark blue in there as well, which we've already talked about is a bit of the theme, but at least it does have like some contrasting kind of colours in there, which aren't just jarring, like they actually work as a colour palette. And like going on to like one sleeve's white, one sleeve's dark blue, it's kind of like it's nice and asymmetric, like Ewan's been talking about. So I think on the whole, with what we've been saying throughout this, it's dark blue, but it does tick boxes as it's like not shit. What do you reckon, Ewan? Do you agree with that?
It's never a good comment to say that your kit isn't shit. The white and blue, I always think it's nice that they hark back to Israel. This kit, it looks like, I mean, speaking about Israel, it's like Giacomo Nizzolo just went partying in Tel Aviv at one of those paint parties where you throw paint around, and he's got the purple, he's got the the blue and he's got the whites over his shirt. It's nice. It's a bit chaotic. It's something. It's daring. It's different. We haven't seen something like this before. So for that, I will say it's hot.
I'll go hot as well.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I'm going super not.
Super not.
This is a
Bloody
1
hell.
out of 10. I'm not
What?
happy with Israel.
You cannot put out saying
This
playing
is
as the
not.
Intermarché
Why
kit
is there pink in here? Like, guys, why?
because it's I don't know. They're gonna set up a
The
winning scheme or
Israeli
something. I don't
flag? Oh,
know.
wait, no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the pink is just I don't know. They'll morph into EF or something. I don't know. They'll do something wild like that.
Or is it
That's
because
not
of
good. Gatekeep.
DeMarquis' pink jersey that they're still remembering?
That probably is the pinnacle of this team's whole existence.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That was meaner than what I said.
Oh.
It is Israel, though, so it feels
Yeah.
like it's fair
I
game.
can't, I can't give them too much praise. I have to keep them back on planet Earth. And just a reminder, this will be Pro Continental in 2023.
Ooh, just when they're down, just
Yeah.
one more. So what? Yeah, we didn't have your. Obviously, you both said
Right.
hot, but what did you give them out of 10?
I'll give it a 5.5.
Okay, 7.
We're starting to split quite a bit.
We are.
So, anyways, coming to our penultimate kit, UAE Team Emirates. Well, basically the Pogacar show last year. And yeah, what do you guys think of this kit? What are kind of the changes you're seeing?
Well, there are a couple of changes here. Notice that in 2021 and 2022's kit, they had like a yellow line from on sort of the sleeves of their jersey and their shorts. That is now gone, given that they are not the reigning champions of the Tour de France anymore. Instead, it's a lot more black. There's not really a fade or any sort of effect on the color black. They have changed their kit sponsor from Gobic to Pisse. I don't know who they are, but they've sort of managed to make this UAE kit even more stale for 2023.
I prefer this one to last year's, in all honesty, because I wasn't entirely keen on the kind of red fadey with the black on the sleeves. I kind of prefer the cleaner, just black and white on the sleeves in a strange way. I think it feels like they've removed clutter from a jersey, and I think in my opinion, I think it's more visually appealing than previous editions. So I would rate it a bit higher than previous editions. I also don't know who Pisse are. I hope they're Aero.
The important question, hot or not for this UAE team kit? I think it's a
Hmm.
hot, to be honest. Oh, there was a few groans there from Patrick.
Oh, because I'm expecting Ewan to say not because
It's
I think it's hot as well.
No, the one last year was nicer. The one year before was nicer. This looks like Sunweb from 2017. That's one of the ugliest kits there's been in recent years at the World Tour level. It's like a magpie.
Right, okay, out of 10 before we move on to Trek.
I'll give it a 6.
3.
7. So finishing on Trek Segafredo, and unfortunately we didn't have room for Barkamolamer's face. And yeah, a bit of a change up here. Well, for the
Yeah,
shirt, but not the shorts, it seems.
There is sort of a new design on the back. It looks like a QR code. Lots of lines going everywhere. It's nice. It's different. The front looks exactly the same as the 2021 kit, which was nice. Jasper Stuyven won Roubaix in it, and it's perfectly inoffensive. But that's what trekkers have done. They've done effective but inoffensive for the past couple of years.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of similar to what I said about UE. There's very little clutter on this Trek kit. It's just like there's Trek, there's Segafredo, and there's a couple of things kind of like on the breastplates as well, which I think just is quite nice, especially on the sleeves as well. It's just Segafredo and Pirelli. So it's a very clean kit, and like you said, it's just very not like outstanding. It's definitely not bad. It's just a very nice, easy kit to look at, but it's not like world class, if you see what I mean.
Did you say
A bit like this
Stuyven
team.
won Roubaix?
Have Trek won Roubaix? Yes, they won Roubaix in 2013.
No, you said it with Stuyven.
Stuyven won Milano Sanremo.
Yeah, exactly. Not Roubaix.
Alternate reality, maybe somewhere along the line he won Roubaix. Who knows?
But there's the back.
Maybe he stole Sonny Cobrelli's cobblestone trophy whilst he was away.
Hot or not for this kit, and here we have the back as well, as Ewan was describing.
I'm gonna go hot.
I'm gonna go with hot. I think the
Not,
back of the
no.
jersey looks cool. The back of the
no.
jersey looks cool, but the front is boring. And to be fair, I think what we're gonna see more of is the back in terms of the overhead helicopter shots and so forth. We're only gonna see the front if they win, and once they're walking around at the end of a race. And to be honest, it's nice.
Do you not like it, Scott?
What are you gonna give it out of 10?
7.5.
Okay, 6.5.
4.
4?
Why?
What's wrong with it?
Because I have eyes.
What's troublesome about this?
I don't like the red. I don't like red kids, ironically.
It's like red and white. It's Danish.
Mess Pilloson is gonna love this kit. So, anyways, before we finish, we're just gonna give our favorite and least favorite, and let's start on finish on a high. So, guys, what's been your least favorite kit of the ones we've seen?
My least favorite has been Intermarché, just because I don't like the white and the fluoro clash. It doesn't agree with me.
It's got to be Lotto Destiny for me. That blue and the red, it looks vile, to be honest.
I mean, staying on the theme of kits that look like they've just been mashed together by coincidence, I'm gonna go with Israel Premier Tech because what is that, guys? Come on, it doesn't even make sense. But yeah, finishing on a high. Let's start with you, and this time, what's been your favorite kit out of these?
It's got to be boys from the French Republic. It's Groupama Française des Jeux. They brought something different. It looks elegant. It looks sleek. It's forward thinking, which is a great improvement on their dated 2022 kit.
Going back to Quickstep's kit is forward thinking.
Which Quickstep kit was like this?
Asymmetric
with the French flag through different blobs of blue, but in a nice coherent way, unlike Soudal, which is a mess.
Did I mention Soudal?
Well, you mentioned Quickstep. Which Quickstep kit is like this? I'm struggling to think of which one. 2021, maybe? Nah, it's different.
Anyway, Patrick, what's your favorite kit?
Well, you're not gonna like me, Scott, because I think the Groupama one is my favorite as well. I know there's a lot. I know there's a lot of.
It's nice. You could have said something worse, like
Well,
Israel.
listen, from the scoring that I gave of all of them, I think I have to go with it because I gave it the highest scoring. I just think I know there's a lot of Navy, but I like how it's also a bit more in line with their women's team now, and I think it provides a bit of coherence amongst their teams. So I think it's a good step for them. And yeah, like Ewan said, moving away from the group armor kit that we've seen for the last what feels like forever. Yeah, it is a bold change, but I rate it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm gonna go with not Bahrain because that seems like a cop out. I'll go with Ineos as you guys said, it's kind of these teams that have really changed it up. It's a bit of an improvement on last year potentially, but yeah. But anyways, that's basically it for this video. Make sure to comment down below which of these kits you think are hot and not, which one's your favorite or which your least favorite. And like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and make sure to check out our friend Patrick's channel, I'll Do Cycling. The link's down below. But with that, thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.